Welcome back to the episode of Let's Build Twitter. We're in episode 133. As always, if you guys do want access to Private Repository, there's a link in the description that walks you through exactly how to do that below. And if you want to hang out while I work on these episodes live, I'm also live streaming just about every Tuesday and Thursday around 9 p.m. CST. So without further ado, let's talk about what we worked on today. In this episode, we continue working on the schedule post modal by going ahead and wrapping up the styling for all the elements inside of the modal to make it look a lot more like Twitter's. And then we wrap up the episode by noting down some bugs for us to work on in the next episode because we didn't quite have time in this stream. As always, I'm Designer Coder, and let's hop straight into development. So now I'm going to go ahead and take a look at some of Twitter's styling and stuff. So this should be height. This should be like 15 by 15. Let's try like 18 by 18. It'd also help whenever we do this font. We should probably wrap this in a P, to be honest. We can put a flex there, it's fine. So /P, go to class name equal to, and we'll say something like schedule post modal contents, scheduled date maybe. Hopefully there's not another scheduled date in there. Let's go ahead and just start with these. So this one, copy, and I think this one is just fit content. So let's go ahead and do the CSS. Do we have a CSS? We do. Let's go ahead and bring this over here just so it's easier to see. So do that. So here, I think we're just gonna go width is 100% and height will be fit content. I'm not gonna do any of the padding or anything in this just because it's gonna break the line at the bottom. So I think this is fine. So the top, copy this, and I don't think we need anything else on that one. So the top, we can have padding of like 8px or something, and then this one again will be width 100%, and height will just be fit content for now. And I don't think we need anything else in this one either. I don't think it's a flex or anything. I think this will work just fine. Now this is obviously broken. We have a couple other things to fix. So from here, let's go ahead and do this part. So modal schedule info. Let's copy this. So this one will once again be width 100%. Height will be fit content. This one will have a display flex. Display flex. Justify content. I think we want to flex start this one and then align items in the center. I think that's going to be the move. So yeah, that's the move. And we might want a little bit more padding. Let's go 12 padding on this. I think that's a little bit small. So let's go ahead and grab this one. But this one we're going to ignore. We need schedule post date. Grab this. Do this. So this one we have a font size of like 13px. We have a color of, let me grab the color from in here. So it's going to be the same exact color. Paste this. I don't think we need anything else. The only other thing might be font weight. This is pretty thin, maybe 400 or 300, and we might need a little bit of margin on the left side of it actually. So let's say a margin left of 8px. We'll also go ahead and make this back to like 20 or 24. I think it does look a little bit better, a little bit larger. 20. We're gonna go 12. I think that's fine. That's good. Okay, so now we got will send on whatever. This is what Twitter looks like. It might not be perfect, but it's close enough. Now we need our date, and date is the same color. Font size is just slightly bigger at like 15 pixels. We'll go ahead and grab the content label, copy this guy, and do this. So font size be 15px, and the color is the same. So it's this color 657786. Font weight will once again just be like 400, and it starts right on the edge, so it's nothing different. But we should already start seeing some differences here. So that looks pretty good. It looks like for some reason we need to throw a margin bottom on this because this looks a little bit funky. 0, either that or there's some weird margin going on with the other guys. There we go, it looks better. Next we need to do this create content date group. This one's gonna be interesting, so we're gonna go and come in here. So this one is definitely gonna be width 100%. Height can just fit content, doesn't really matter. And we're gonna go ahead and say, we'll just display flex this, I guess. Display flex. Justify content is gonna be spaced evenly. Yeah, price spaced evenly, and then align items will be in the center. Now the thing is going to be getting kind of like the other guys correct, so we need to get, these are going to need class names on them, so that's not going to be fun. All of these need class names. We're going to have to wrap each one of these inside of a div. Class name equal to scheduled, post, total, month, select, wrapper. We're going to do this to every single one of these, unfortunately. That's just how it's going to be. So let's fix this one. And why would you work? So now we need a div with a class name equal to scheduled, post, total, month, and this one will actually be day dash selector. Hope your day, evening, morning, night, whatever time it is for you is going well. Go and fix this one, and of course. And whoops. And div class name equal to scheduled, post, total, and then this will be year selector dash, and this will be wrapper. We also add wrapper to the other one as well. I don't know what the heck happened there, but this broke like crazy. Copy this, fix this. All right, do that. I guess the counter, whoops, the counter will just stay there. Let's add wrapper to this. I had to do this because they're all different sizes, unfortunately. The month one is a little bit larger. So let's see here. So this, we need a width. And let's start out with a width of like 30% just to see what it looks like. And then we'll also grab this one, copy this. And for this one will be day select. And day might be like 15. And then let's copy this. This is all just hypothetical numbers. I don't really know. Maybe this one's like 20%. And then we need a wrapper around this one, probably has a label on it. We might be able to say last name equal to, and say calendar wrapper or something. Say calendar wrapper. I don't know what's left here, but might need to make it slightly smaller, but we'll see. So we got 30, 45, 85. So let's go 15% with 15%. These ones are scuffed even though they shouldn't be. Oops, that's why. Select, select. Okay, so December needs to be a lot bigger. Also, this text is really small, so I need to change that text. 514, this should be like 24 px. If we come in here, so this is at 30. What does 40 look like? What does 40 look like? 40 is, it doesn't have to be perfect. 239. Let's go like 42%. Call it a day. Let's just go like 20% maybe. This looks like, so now day is 115. Let's go like 18%. This is probably good, I would imagine. So we can increase year to maybe like 22. We might not even need this part. This one might just be fine. It might just even it out. That doesn't look bad. We might want to space, instead of space evenly, let's go ahead and space between is what we want. Let's try space between. That might look better. The only problem now is, yeah, that gets pushed. So we're going to want to do this. So we do want to go ahead and grab the dot, schedule, post, total. This was calendar, select wrapper. I might do this with 18%. Height is fit content, I guess. I might also say display flex and say justify the content in the center and align items in the center. Let's just double check this. Actually, that was slightly different. So there we go. Now the issue is that there's still a little bit of space there. So maybe make this like 16% just to give it a little extra space. That's not enough space. Let's try 15. This is just going to be a testing game by 14. This is just to make it kind of look good and have decent gaps. I could have probably figured out exactly what the gaps were and just put row gap in that top one, but it is what it is. I think it'll look fine. I think that decent. It might still be, we might still only need this to be like 10%. Now it is a little bit scuffed, pushed to the right a little bit, but I think that this is fine. So now we need to do this next one, which we have to do the same stuff again. Back in here, we got to do these wrappers again, unfortunately. We're going to say div class name equal to schedule post total, and then this is our select wrapper. We're going to do the same thing. We kind of just eyeball it, get it to be looking proper. There's that. Then we'll have another div class name equal to schedule dash post total. Then this will be minutes dash select dash wrapper. I thought like way back whenever I was first starting this part that this might be an issue, but I didn't know 100% it would be, so I kind of just ignored it. And now it came back and bit me. Class name equal to schedule dash post dash modal dash am pm dash select wrapper. This one only has 3, so I think it shouldn't be too bad. Copy this guy and do that. Cool, that's good to go. Go ahead and save this. What we're going to want to go ahead and do is grab the first wrapper because the time should be fine. So copy this guy. And now we're going to kind of play our magic. So width, these are all just going to be like 30%. So this one we can just space this one evenly. We don't need to worry about this one. So we also skipped the time group. This should be outside this time group, I believe, because it's going to break everything. So let's move this. Let's grab the time group. So this one is just spaced evenly across them. So I'm just going to do this. And we'll say width 100%. We'll say display flex. We'll also say height is fit content. We're going to say, I think this one's a column gap, like 12px. And we'll say justify content. We don't need to worry about that. Obviously, we can just need to align item center. And I think this one should be good. And we'll see how, well, I guess the gaps won't matter because they don't line up anyway. So we'll see how bad these look, of course. So I guess we go through and we did all of that for nothing. So let's gonna get rid of the column gap, I guess. We'll just justify content, space between like we did before. And we'll do these guys again because I messed up. This one kind of sucks because they're all the same. If I could type, that'd be cool. Width, say 30%. And then we should have minutes. We should have AM PM. Minute. Let's do our AM PM. Copy this one. Say AM PM. We'll see if this looks good or not, but they should be roughly the same size. And let's actually make it like 31, I guess, because it's a little bit not close enough. Okay, I guess we'll do 32. Still a bit of a gap there. You're never gonna get it perfect, but I want it to look at least decent. And now that gap looks a little bit bigger than these. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing this like 33, 33, 33. And what if we say row gap of 12px? What does this look like? Actually be column gap, but column gap there. I think that looks good. I think we can bend this one back to like 18. And then throw a column gap on this as well. Column gap at 12px. Let's see what it looks like. And I think that actually looks better. It looks good. Time zone looks like there should be a little bit of gap underneath of this box. Let's also, inside of the code on the time group, let's just go ahead and add a margin on the bottom. Margin bottom. Whoops. Of, I don't know, like 8 pixels or something. It's nothing crazy. So the last one, well, not the last one, but the time zone. Grab this. So dot time zone. So this one has a font size of 20 pixels, I believe, 20px. The font weight, maybe let's try like 600. Add margin 0 to this H3. I'm guessing that's what's going on. We go, looks a lot better. Go to our top. This needs a margin, or not margin, a border. Border on the bottom of like this color, yes. And then just be 1 pixel and solid. Let's save that and let's just take a peek. Now we got our this guy. We need a little bit of spacing under this, so I could probably just add some padding bottom. Adding on bottom of like 24 pixels or something. Just override the 12px, double it. Send it to the next person, double it. Looks fine. And then lastly, bottom. I don't know if this is in its own thing or not. It is. Go ahead and copy this. So this one is just going to be probably fit content or something. So come in here. So width will be 100%. The height just be fit content. And then our padding, I think I've been doing 8 pixels, so we'll do padding 8px. Let's add that. Okay, so now what we need to do is the fun part. That's going to be a little bit more annoying. Let's go ahead and copy this, and this will need an on click at some point. I'm not doing it right now. So width will fit content. Height will also fit content. I think I'll do it like this. I'll say div class name equal to schedule post total content scheduled post dash bg. I'll copy this and paste it in here, and I'll this, and I'll just add some padding to the left, right, and top. And I also need to add margin 0 to this. Margin 0, and that should make this look a lot better. So that looks already way better. So now we'll do the post bg. Make sure I copy this right. Also need to set the color. Let's do that as well. I didn't set the font size either. I'm horrible. Color is going to be, I should probably grab the RGB. I guess it doesn't change color. So I'm just gonna go into the app. I have this all over the place. But it is what it is. So that's color, font size. Oh my goodness, got the hiccup. 14px. I'm guessing the font weight is probably like 600. So they're set. Now width once again will be fit content. Height will be fit content, and we're gonna have some padding in here. So padding, forget how this works. Let's say 6px and 2px and see if that works the way that I want it to. Border radius, whoops, border radius, let's say 12px or 8px to start, because I don't know how big this is. That's the problem. Say 8px. Have a border none. That's fine. We need a hover now. If there is something that we need, we might want a flex, I guess. So display flex, and it will just justify content in the center and align items in the center. Okay, and the hover, have a background color of RGBA. Let's grab an RGB converter real quick. RGBA, and this will be like 0.3 maybe. Oh, I mistyped RGBA. That'll do it. And cursor pointer. So it's backwards. We want this one to be like 2, this one to be like 6. And border radius is not nearly enough. Let's try 12. This is going to be another one where we're just trying things. That might be good. Let's try 8 pixels this way. And let's also say like 0.2, make it a little bit lighter. Again, this is all just trial and error. I think that looks pretty good. Unfortunately, that's going to be it for today. If you guys enjoyed, please stick around for the next episode by hitting that subscribe button. You'll know exactly when it comes out, especially with that bell icon. If you did enjoy the content today, please sure to leave a thumbs up. If you did enjoy it, leave a thumbs down. Either way, it helps out with the algorithm all the same. And finally, if you have any suggestions or feedback for me, make sure you leave a comment down below. With that being said, I appreciate you all for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode. Peace out, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.